What's happening, everyone? Welcome back, and thank you for stopping in. Today we have an exciting first time video. I have never really done one of these. This is going to be a collection video, the first of many. This is going to be a series that I'm doing. It's going to be covering knives, all kinds of different EDC gear. This is going to be my whole collection of all of my EDC stuff broken up into a ton of videos. And I'm also going to still incorporate my unboxings and overviews and reviews and disassemblies and all of that stuff. And these are just going to kind of get mixed in throughout as I can get them done. I'll post them here and there. It's not going to be twice a day collection, it's not going to be like that. So this is going to be the Kaiser collection video. None of their OEM projects with O-Knife or any of that. It's going to be just the Kaiser branded knives. And that is all. So before we get started, if you would, hit the thumbs up button first before you head out. And if you are here and you're not subscribed, you see that subscribe button down below the video. Click that button. I greatly appreciate it. I'd love to have you here, especially if you like knife and EDC content. You are in the right spot. There's tons of videos already up on my channel. I started 4 months ago and I have almost 500 uploads, I believe, between long form, shorts, and lives. In 4 months, I have almost 500 videos uploaded. So I upload a lot of videos, and that is not going to be changing anytime soon. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. We are going to start out with the Kaiser mini begleiter. This is coming in 4V with green aluminum scales, brass pivot collar, deep carry clip. This is an Azo design. The action on this for a little guy is ridiculous. The detent is stout as hell, almost to the point where I didn't like it when I first got it, actually. And I think that's a common thing across this batch of knives. I heard a bunch of people say that their 4V mini begleiter had a very strong detent. But it's a very good knife. I love the steel. I love the blade shape. Very well done from Kaiser. That's how it's got a stout detent. A lot of people might not like it. I've kind of gotten used to it. It likes to be fired straight up. But if you try to go out, it'll eventually wear your thumb out pretty quick. But the action is so good for such a small knife. It's ridiculous. And it's locked up good. But we're going to kind of try to run through these a little bit. I'm just going to name them off and cover them a little bit because we'll be here a while. This is the Kaiser begleiter. So this is, or the begleiter 2. The only one I don't have, I think, is the regular begleiter. And then I don't have a titanium one. But I've often thought about getting the tanto. But this one's coming in their black washed 154, which is one of my favorite steels of all time. Kaiser does it very good. It comes with this blue smooth micarta, a deep carry steel clip, and the action did not leave this knife either. Both or all my beglighters are ridiculously smooth, very well done. This is a newer knife, more recent than a lot of these that you're about to see, and I really like this one. Very well done. We'll move on. This is no stranger to anyone, and this is the first time I've gotten this out in a long time. This is the Kaiser, wow, I'm having a brain fart. Sheepdog. Yeah, the Kaiser Sheepdog. Wow, I'm having a brain fart. This is the normal size 154 cm. It's black washed lightly. And then you do have these black smooth micarta scales and a deep carry clip, which I like. It's different than the normal clips that they do. The action is phenomenal. Very well done. That is the Kaiser Sheepdog. And that's why that threw me off, because I was going to do this one third. This is the begleiter XL. So as you can see, there they are in their sizes. Like I said, there is one or two that I'm missing. I'm not sure the size difference between the begleiter and the begleiter 2, if any. But this one is also a stone washed 154 cm blade. This knife is spectacular, with the exception of its crappy lock. It's going to break very easily. I don't care if you say that's pointless. If it's locked, it should stay locked. You don't see other knives doing that. If you're gonna make a knife that locks, make sure it stays locked. That's really all I'm going to say about it. I have a video on it. I'll put it up above if you want to check it out. But brown micarta, I could do without the brown. I wish I would have waited. They put some newer models out. I would have got one of them for sure. And then you have a deep carry clip, but it was a while until they put other models out. But this one is very well done, with the exception of that plunge lock. Then you have the Kaiser Original. This is the regular original, the OG original. They have a bigger one. This one has the green aluminum, similar to the mini begleiter. Very, very similar. This has a 154 cm blade as well. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up. Right there, 154 cm. Wonder if I can. Don't mind the paint on my hand. It is oil-based paint, and my hands hurt so bad from scrubbing them with like alcohol and stuff that they're raw. It might not translate on the camera very well, but my hands are red and irritated, and I've been dealing with oil-based paint for a while, and I hate gloves. So we will move on. This is the Kaiser Mini Critical, a Christensen design. Love Matthew Christensen. He does some awesome knives. This comes in 3V. Kaiser is almost like Spyderco, in my opinion, as far as Kaiser likes to mess around with a bunch of steels. And as far as I'm concerned, and or know about, they do them pretty damn well. Do they do them to the full potential 63 or 4, whatever it should be at? Maybe not. Maybe they do. If it's supposed to be at 63.4, they might do it at 61 or 2. But I'm pretty sure Kaiser does a very good job on their heat treat, on their steels. I'm pretty sure they get it very, very close to spec. I remember Stasa saying the 3V performed very well. So I'm assuming the 4V does as well, and the rest of their steels. This is another one that has a very strong detent. Very strong. For a flipper, you want them to have a little stronger of a detent, but this one is pretty damn strong. And it's been broken in. It was even more stout than this when I first got it, obviously. Brand new out of the box. It was stout as hell. Almost to the point, again, where I didn't like it. It was just, it's like a 9.5 on the strength out of 10. And that's just a touch too much. I like between 8 and 9 at the most, and it depends on the knife. Typically, like right around 8, 8.5 on the strength is where I like the knives to be. But this is very well done. The black micarta, the deep carry clip, the geared backspacer. I don't know if that's titanium. I don't want to take a bunch of time, guys. No, no, wait. I don't know what that is. It's not coming up on the magnet. Up here it is because of the liners, but if I move down here, I'm wondering if that's, or no, that's some sort of FRN, I think, guys. Okay, I don't want to take a bunch of time, guys, because we're going to be here all night. This is the Kaiser Swayback. I threw some aftermarket studs on them, just messing around with the aftermarket studs, seeing what they'd work on and what they would work well with. And this was one that they worked well with. The Artisan Cutlery Arion, or no, the Artisan Cutlery, damn, oh, Arroyo. I had some on that too, and that really worked good. This is the flipper only Swayback coming in 154, and those thumb studs really work damn well. You wouldn't be able to actually put them on though, because of how close you'd have to be. At least I don't think they'd be right on the edge of the blade there, but then you might hit the scale. I don't know, it'd be close. But this is like a red paper micarta. They do have a semi deep carry clip there, just enough to get your thumb on. Minimal hardware. It's a Swags design. She does very well with her designs. I have a couple. Love me the Warrenclyffe blade. Very well done. I bought this just because one day, just to try a different button lock out, I think. And I've never had the urge to get rid of it. I like it, and I'm not a fan of Swaybacks usually, but this one, being a button lock, it works pretty well. It's a good size too. We'll move on to one of my all-time favorite Kaisers at this point, the Kaiser Escort 20 cb stonewash drop point blade with a fuller and thumb studs. You have Kaiser's new clutch lock, which is a crossbar lock. You can use the fuller, but you're right up on the thumb stud anyway, so you might as well just use that. And then the thumb flick is amazing. The black aluminum finish is amazing. It does come with a deep carry steel clip. I put a titanium TRM clip on here, and it works perfectly. And there's nice amount of room there, so even though the screws have the mushroom top there, it does not affect in and out of the sweatpants, the jeans, any type of pants. It's fine. And it looks really good. It's damn close to matching the blade. It's just a little grayer. It's not quite a bead blast, but it's a little darker of a stone wash, I guess, or like a bead blasted stone wash. It's a TRM standard titanium clip. So we'll put that guy to the side. This is another one of my all-time favorite Kaisers at this point. It's a Damn Designs collab with Kaiser 154 cm stone washed tanto blade. And by now, if it's not an exotic steel, you guys know I like 154 cm. And I have a ton of it just from Kaiser alone. Doesn't count all the other companies I have. I have a ton of 154 and I love it. This is a button lock flipper, and it is done so amazing. They revamped their plunge. It's nice and thick. It goes under the tang a decent ways, the way it should be. Nice micarta backspacer. Some of the best micarta in the game. A deep carry clip that I wish I could put a titanium one on, but I'm not sure what would even fit on here. I've tried one or two different ones and they just don't fit. Can't get them to fit in there. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. So that is the Kaiser Damn Designs Mad Tanto. We'll try to start moving a little quicker. This is the Kaiser, what is this? The Land. Yeah. The Kaiser Land. This is one of the only knives I have in that N690. I bought this because I wanted the frag and the tanto. I wished they did it in 154. It would make me like this knife a whole lot more, but I do love that tanto blade. They do a pretty good job on getting that jimping a ways out there, right where I would want it to be. Maybe a little further, but that's getting very nitpicky. Get rid of the land on there, put it on the back of the blade. But all in all, very well done. The handles are, what is that? I think that's FRN maybe. No. Is it? I can't tell. I think that might be FRN. I don't know. It's G10 or FRN. Next up, the Kaiser Deviant. Also one of my favorite knives. I wish I had a more neutral of a handle. It's more of it kind of flares up, and I wish it just kind of stayed straighter a little longer, but it works very well in the hand. It's got like a reverse tuxedo look, and this is coming in M390, guys. Look at that, M390. And this knife is, I think, around 120 bucks. Micarta, that is very well done. G10 inlay, they have another version as well. Deep carry, solid steel clip. The action is impeccable. It's so good. So good. This is a very good knife, and it's got that sheep's foot blade that I love. Next up is the Kaiser Tauser K. Might have just saw a video on this. Best budget knives, best action on a budget knife basically, and I did it on a couple. But this has a 154 cm sheep's foot blade, dual thumb studs for the deployment. You have this rich light micarta scale. It reminds me of G10, a lot like G10. And then you have a deep carry clip, all blacked out hardware. You do have multi-row bearings. Some of the best action, period, on a knife under 100 bucks. And I think these are like 60 right now or something to that effect. It's ridiculous. I love it. If you can get your thumb out of the way quick enough, it's closing. But the Tauser K, very good. Next, the Kaiser T1. One of my favorites from Kaiser as well. The Mad Tanto and the Escort, those three are some of my all-time favorite Kaisers. Beautiful micarta, deep carry clip. That's a shorty, and it looks very good. Minimal markings on the blade. I wish they would get rid of the Kaiser and just move the emblem up. Coming in that awesome 154 coated. Love 154, guys. Next up, the Kaiser Cormorant. Now, this is like a revamp. I hate the scales, but I love the blade shape. It kind of reminds me of a Spyderco. You have the multiple deployments with the rear flipper, the front flipper, the pill-shaped hole on both sides. The action is pretty damn good. Get a nice ting when it flicks open if you give it the gas. This is also coming in 3V. So that's one reason why I keep this knife around. It is coming in 3V. And then it's got micarta and a deep carry clip. The Kaiser Genie. This is one of the other ones I have in N690, I believe it is. Does it say? Yes, N690. I love this blade. I wish it came in 154, but I love that blade shape. It's like a modified Warncliffe. I love the micarta on this bad boy. I love the deep carry clip. The action is phenomenal. I don't carry this knife enough. I used to carry the shit out of it, as you can see, but I haven't carried it in quite a bit. But I used to carry the snot out of this thing because it fit in my hand. It fits in my hand very well. You get a bunch of different deployment methods with that front flipper and the whole reverse flick, thumb flick. Very well done. The detent is pretty stout on this guy. The beautiful micarta and deep carry clip. The Genie is very well done. Next up is the Kaiser Feist in 3V. This thing is sweet. It's got micarta that's colored like a red. It has a cool little pattern milled in the front, all blacked out hardware and blade. This one's coming in 3V. I like 3V. It might not make total sense on a folder, but you know, it's just cool to just have some different steels and you know, experiment with them. I like 4V and 3V. Do I like it more than some other steels? No, but I like 3 and 4V. Next up is the Kaiser Mini Roach. This bad boy is coming in 154 cm, stone washed leaf shaped blade, a nice big pill hole for the thumb and reverse flick. The handles are like a honeycomb G10. You have a deep carry clip that's steel, all blacked out hardware. And then the flipper tab works very well. It has a pretty stout detent, and this has a hollow grind. So this bad boy is well worth the money. I wish they would have put micarta on this, and this would be a hard one to get out of the pocket for sure. Finger choil, very nice for the money. So I had to do like a double and triple check because I missed some. This is the Kaiser Roach. I have most of my Kaisers, like 90% in the same drawer, but I have a couple stragglers out there because this is quite a bit bigger. It goes in the top, but this is the Kaiser Roach micarta edition, and this thing is badass. Nice micarta handles. This comes in N690. I wish they did it in 154, and I think that's why they did the mini in 154, because so many people wanted it to be in 154. But this is one hell of a work knife, and even an EDC knife. I carried the snot out of this and used the crap out of it for quite a while. And the N690 held up pretty well. I've always liked that Kaiser Roach. Always been a big fan. Here is my first Kaiser that I ever bought. The Kaiser Sheepdog XL. Yeah, that's the first Kaiser I ever bought right here. And I wanted it just because it was a big ass cleaver. So being my first Kaiser, this was one of my very first knives. Probably in the first 15 or 20 knives, maybe even earlier than that. Maybe in the first 10 actually. But this has a 154 cm cleaver blade. This thing is massive and it's awesome. I've used the crap out of this too. When this is out for some cardboard, it gets a big smile on its face. You do have that brown micarta. Like I said, I could leave that brown micarta. I used to kind of like it back when I first started collecting knives, but I've darkened this one up. It used to be really light, and it looks better, but I don't know. I wish it was green or black micarta, or even blue or green or black. But I love that Kaiser Sheepdog XL. Next up is the titanium Kaiser Roach. This thing is badass, coming in with a massive S35 VN stonewash blade, titanium handles, like I said, titanium pocket clip with a little roach on there. This is just like the Micarta one, but coming in more premium materials. Very well done. You cannot get this knife anymore. If this knife interests you, maybe I'll sell it to you. Let me know. But very well finished, very nice. This knife hasn't been used at all, actually, I don't think. I carried it, but I don't think I really ever cut anything with it. I mainly got it because I thought it was awesome, and it I just carried it more for like a gentleman's type carry. It's a badass knife. Everything is well finished, well done, and I love this knife, but I have 3 roaches, so I figured the other 2 are not really worth getting rid of, so it kind of came to this one. But then I realized they were discontinued. So I'm not in a huge hurry, but if you really want this knife, you can let me know, and maybe we can work something out for it. And then I believe this is the last one. I had to triple check, and I believe this is the last one. This one almost got away. This is the new Kaiser Mini October. This thing is badass. Nice milled titanium scales. It's coming in CPM 20 CV with that beautiful sheep's foot blade. The detent is nice and strong, not too strong though. You can reverse flick it, thumb flick it. You do have a flipper tab back here. Want to make sure you stay off that lock bar though. Very well done. This is the type of stuff that Kaiser can do, and you know they kick some ass, and they have been. So I'm really proud of Kaiser. They have been doing a phenomenal job and putting out quality and materials like this. Just says a lot about Kaiser, and I like Kaiser. They do a phenomenal job. They use very good materials. Their quality control is pretty damn good, and more recently I've heard that their customer service is really good as well. So if you hung out through the whole video, thank you guys. This was my first collection video. It ran a little longer than I wanted. I kind of wanted to be around 20 minutes, but hey, what can I do? There was a bunch of knives there. I don't even know how many that was, but that was all of my Kaisers, I believe. And hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you saw something that you liked, you might want to get, or something you have and you really love. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Before you head out, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed. Damn it. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good night. Catch you later.